Hello and welcome. Today I will talk about my car accident I had last year in August and actually the result of it. I have done already 2 other videos about it, but I still owe you the result. Moin moin, my name is Martina. I'm living in Japan. Japan is my home because my husband is Japanese. So let me summarize first the accident. This was during Obon. It was for my husband the first day back at work, and I'm driving him every morning to the train station. And on my way back, I'm standing at this traffic light. When the light turns green, I start driving, and I'm not very fast. I'm at 26 or 29 km/h. And as you can see here on the left hand side, there is a silver car. But what I couldn't see is, and what you need to know about Japan is, in Japan everybody parks with reversed, and in this case they parked front. So I was not really sure if this car is parking or not, or it's just standing there, and I don't know. I couldn't see any brakes. I couldn't see a reverse light or a hazard light, which is usually on when in Japan when you park. Yeah, so immediately I thought, oh, this is not a danger to me, and I started looking right side, because this is a mini junction, but surprisingly sometimes huge trucks are coming out from the right side. Now I'm always very careful at this junction. And when I turned, basically looking on left hand side again, as you can see here, the car is beside me, and I realized, hey, this car is driving out, and then it hit me already. So I stopped immediately, and this woman came to me. It was a woman driver, and she came to me and asked me if I was fine. I said yes. Also, it was hard hit, and I had first a little bit pain, and I wasn't sure should I call an ambulance or not. And she asked me if I need an ambulance. I said no, I don't, because at that time it's super hot in Japan, and it was for sure we have to stay another 2 hours or 1 hour in the heat. And the pain was just for the moment, and then when I stepped out of the car, maybe I was just shaken, and I decided not to call an ambulance. Then I said, but I would like to have the police, and she didn't like this at all. And this was the first time when I thought, hey, she's a bit dodgy. But I insisted, so we called the police, because she didn't want to call, and apparently I'm a foreigner, so it would be hard for me to call the police. And I had the feeling she wouldn't pick up the phone, so I started calling. And she realized I will call the police. And then she said she will call somebody, and the police will come. And yeah, indeed, the police came. It was a little car, and there was a little bit bigger policeman and a younger one. So she immediately talked to him, and what, from my understanding, it was, she told the police officer that it was also my fault. But anyhow, then finally he turned to me. I showed him the dent behind left. He looked at it, and he was like, oh, it's clear that it was her. He gave me this little yellow note, and for me this was clear. This was not the whole police report, but there is a report, and it is registered, and everything is fine, and I can drive home. Yes, and I did this, Then I informed Toyota, brought the car over, and they told us immediately it will take 2 weeks. Around 600,000 yen is the damage. They gave us a rental car. We have a Toyota plug-in hybrid, so every day we basically use our battery to go to the train station twice. We need to go only all 2 months to the petrol station and then get petrol around 4,000 to 5,000 yen. So they gave us a petrol car with no hybrid, nothing, which was of course difficult. Our insurance was supposed to give us the same car, but since this is a very new car, it wasn't available. So we got this older car, and we used in this 2 weeks for 10,000 yen petrol. And of course, when it comes to all the costs, we put this on the bill because we usually don't use so much petrol. Plus the devaluation of our hybrid car, because I was a little bit worried. It was behind left that the battery is damaged. So, and during this time, they told us that they think we should take 10% of the fault and 90% the other party. So, because they think it was also my fault that the car hit my car. From my point of view, it was 100% their fault. But, well, I'm German, I'm not Japanese. I see it differently. This is culture, this is my understanding. And when they informed us about this, we disagreed. And with that said, when our car was ready to collect, we had to pay from our own pocket the full repair, because we couldn't agree who is at fault, basically, how many percentage. Our insurance didn't include legal insurance. We couldn't get a lawyer or something, but still I disagreed to what they said. And there is an arbitration office in Tokyo, and everybody can go there. You can tell them your case and they will look at it. So that's what we did. We went, I think, end of September to Tokyo. We had a lawyer. He talked to us. We told him how much is this. He looked at it. Then he said, oh, can you please leave the office? I will call the insurance company and negotiate with them. And we said, yes, okay. So 10 minutes later, he called us in and said, yeah, they said to everything no. Then we said we disagree, and he said, can we go out again? We said yes, and we did. And then we come back, and then he said, okay, the devaluation of the car, they will agree if the owner of the car will sign the papers. So the thing is, the owner of the car was actually not us. We just got the car a year and 4 months before, and we pay every month. And after 3 years, we could say yes, we want the car, or no, we don't want the car, because we were not sure about the battery. And it's a brand new, it's our first plug-in hybrid, so we didn't want to take so much risk. And by the way, we didn't have that much money at that time. So what happened then is, you must know, we went to Toyota, and I think, and my husband believed the same, they knew that Toyota will not sign this paper, the devaluation. So we went first to a devaluation center so they could estimate how much is the car worth or lost in value through the accident. And secondly, we asked Toyota if they can sign it, and of course they can't. So they didn't say really no, but this is the Japanese way. Yeah, wait a minute, and yeah, nothing came back. We decided to buy the car, and we did. Then we signed the paper and gave it to the insurance of our opponent. I think they were a little bit shocked about this. They didn't expect this anyhow. This was maybe end of November, beginning of December. We got an appointment for end of January. This is 5 months after the accident. At this appointment, end of January, we came into the room. There were 3 lawyers and our own lawyer, plus 2 people sitting on the side. I don't know who they were. Maybe they wrote the minutes of meeting or something. I don't know. And they listened to our case, and then I said, please go out, and we went out. Oh, by the way, the lawyer from the insurance was not there at the first hearing. He came later at the second hearing. So we went out, came back, and they said they still think we should, we are I am 5% responsible, and the other 95% is our opponent. Well, I didn't like it at all, but at the end of the day we agreed and we signed the papers, because we paid 600,000 in repair from our own pocket, and we wanted the money back. And at the end of the day we tried, and at one point you have to come to an agreement or to an end of the whole story. It was dragged so long, and too much. So as I said in my video before, I believe if I have called the ambulance, the police would determine who is at fault. And this is what everybody told me, actually. You should call the ambulance, and then the police will make a detailed report on whose fault was the accident. And it's not left up to the insurance company. One of my viewers commented that in Japan it's the case, if you have an accident and both cars are rolling, basically driving, automatically everybody gets some fault to it, meaning the other car and you. And I didn't know the system. So yeah, it seems to be correct. This was my experience in Japan with having a car accident. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I see you next week, Monday. Tschüss!